Did the Texas State Fair just become too expensive for Texans? Because nobody is showing up, and here's why. Now, historically, the Texas State Fair is super popular, and everybody loves to go to a state fair, get all the deep fried goodies, and plus the rides and the entertainment. The vendors come from all over. But now there's footage of literally empty midway vendor stalls. There's nobody there. A lot of the locals are saying that the prices are very expensive, even for parking, and the parking itself is a nightmare. Plus, the prices are sky high. I saw a comment that a turkey leg, one turkey leg is $24. Their commenters were saying that a corn dog is $15. One corn dog. Like a family of four goes, and what used to be $200 day at the fair is now like $400. A lot of people just don't want to go because they don't support ICE and they feel like there's going to be ICE everywhere. The vendors are saying that their sales are more than 50% down. Plus, not only are their sales down, their costs were higher. So I don't know, is the Texas State Fair just losing its magic, or are they pricing people out of even coming?
The iconic Texas State Fair is currently trending, but for all the wrong reasons. As we all know by now, this fair has been coming year after year. It's been a family function. Everybody goes, they have a great time, and it's always packed. The issue right now is that for this year, 2025, there's multiple videos that are trending right now where you can see the fair in the day or in the night pretty much completely empty.
The Texas State Fair has always been a huge deal. A lot of people have been coming out of town, from out of state, to come to this amazing fair with a bunch of foods and everything. However, they are showing record number of people not in attendance. It's empty. It's empty. And here's the thing. The Texas State Fair has been known to just pack the house. The thing is, a lot of the people that were in attendance were Hispanics, Latinos. They don't want to go. Is ICE going to be there? Absolutely not. Also, we don't have money. We're not going to spend $300 at a state fair when we can do something else with that. Mm-hmm.
Hi everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel. My name is Teresa.
And I'm Scholar, and if you're new here, welcome back to Sistalk Reacts. This is where we react to trending stories all over the world with thoughtful perspectives and engaging discussions.
And today we are talking about something that nobody expected. You know, the Texas State Fair 2025 was basically empty, and we're asking a question: where did everybody go?
Tell us, where did everybody go? Because we have known Texas State Fair, it's always jammed and full of people and energy, but this time round, the Texas State Fair 2025 was like a ghost town. But this time round in 2025, there were less people who attended the event, and it left so many divided with a lot to say. But before we get ahead, let's first watch how people have reacted to this shocking news of people not attending the Texas State Fair. Let's also know the reasons why people didn't attend, and then we're going to come back with our full commentary at the end of the video, so stay tuned.
Have you, like me, seen a lot of TikToks about how the Texas State Fair is empty as fuck this year? Tumbleweeds blowing right through. People that have been there all day and saying it's been dead. Which is strange to me because you think with all the money Trump is sending his supporters right now, remember he was going to send everybody $10,000 checks. And don't forget, Elon Musk was going to send you a Doge check too. How come you haven't taken those checks to the Texas State Fair? Where are all the billionaires we gave massive tax cuts to over and over and over again? How come they're not coming to spend their money at the Texas State Fair? You see, everything's bigger in Texas, especially empty storage for brain capacity. Lack of empathy is huge there. The inability to see that lots and lots of laborers, immigrants come to the state fair with their families to spend their money. They don't give a fuck, they're gone. And all their fat National Guardsmen, up in Chicago. So they can't even chow down on the deep fried corn dogs and the deep fried Twinkies and the deep fried sense of remorse and regret. Wait, they don't have that in Texas. No big portions of remorse. Clogged arteries, bigotry, and empty fairs. Oh, tumbleweeds flow, and then they'll blow through the fairs of Texas.
Motherfuckers want me to spend $15 on fried Oreos, $20 for a mac and cheese bowl, $14 for a turkey leg. Don't ask for a funnel cake, they're gonna charge you $18. Bottle of water, $5. And oh hell, let's not forget about the damn rides. So you mean to tell me a ride that sling me up and down and twirl me around a little bit is 46 coupons? Mind y'all, the coupons is $1 each. One coupon is $1. It used to be cheap, but now that shit high. So if a bitch charging 46 coupons, you mean to tell me I gotta spend $46 on this motherfucker ride just to sling me up and down and twirl me around a little bit? Like damn, a bitch gotta bring like $300 just to go to a fair. And who finna do all that when I got bills? Bills on top of bills on top of bills. And don't forget the $20 parking, the $26 admission fee, and all this extra fees. Fuck out of here.
Everybody broke. They say the Texas State Fair, the world's biggest state fair, is empty. And that state fair holds millions of people every single year. That's like my favorite thing to do since I've been living in Texas. Everybody.
The reasons that are being given is, one, it's gotten crazy expensive. But two, a lot of the people who go to that state fair are Latinos and they don't want to have to deal with ICE. Trump really does ruin everything that's fun. I've been to about 7 different state fairs, and Texas is on the radar. I think we're going to do Minneapolis next year, and Texas, maybe a few years down the road. It's sad, though. People can't even take their family out for a fun day and not worry about being harassed by Trump stormtroopers. Not to mention the fact that it's crazy expensive.
Currently, almost no one went to the Texas State Fair this year. Let me tell you, Texas is the #1 most distressed state in people in the United States right now. The people in Texas are the #1 distressed financially right now. #2 is Florida. Florida is #2 where the people are struggling worse than any other state. #1, Texas, the red state. #2, Florida, the red state. Yes, they both voted for Donald Trump. This is a little bit of an FAFO, but this is a sure sign that not only is a recession coming and is already in about 22 states, according to Moody's top economist. I'm going to say it. We are about to experience our first self-inflicted depression. Self-inflicted. Please get your finances in order. Please call your elected officials.
My little cousin gonna call me talking about he going to the fair with his girlfriend. Mind you, he like 15. He like, yeah, I'm going to the fair. I need $20. I said, $20. $20. I said, dude, I said, you can't, I said, I don't think you can even get in with $20. I said, $20 not gonna get you nowhere. This is not 2010. He was like, oh, okay, well, maybe 40 would do it. I said, brother, I'm gonna give you $100. I said, and that's probably not gonna be enough. First of all, you need to go ask your mama first off. But I'm gonna give you $100. I said, cause you're going and you're taking a date. It's gonna cost $40 for y'all to get in. I said, how much you think the food is? I said, $16. It's like $16 for this lemonade, and you ask them for $40. These kids don't know. That's why them kids be walking around that fair and got nothing in their hand, because they paid all their little money to get in the mug. So I sent them a little money. We're gonna see tonight how much he ended up spending. I don't know how much his mama gave him, but hopefully she blessed the game. But I gave him a little cool little hundo. That probably ain't enough though, but.
Took the family to the Texas State Fair on a Sunday. We had a great time. We didn't have to wait to buy the tickets. We didn't have to wait in line to get through the purse checkout, walked right up, bought our tickets, and walked right in. There is people there. It is not as empty as they say, but it was a Sunday. But it's not like it has been in years past. What is different from the people that I spoke to and those who said hi, it was a pleasure meeting you. It's a lot more expensive than it used to be. Quality has gone down as well. One of the best things we ate, a machete. There's a little place in there selling a machete. If you know what a machete is, carne asada, cheese, tortilla, green salsa. It was decent. We all agreed that it was probably the best thing we ate there out of everything that we ate. And we were probably like 10 deep. So there was a lot of food that was bought. A corn dog. My wife's purpose for life is a corn dog from the fair. She was very disappointed. My younger daughter bought a corn dog different stand. Ate that corn dog, was throwing up within 10-15 minutes. Something was not right. Her body rejected it. She threw it up. She was fine the rest of the day. The pickled beer, pickled michelada, they gave that a thumbs up. All the other micheladas, don't worry about it. Don't even bother. Don't spend the money. Just get a regular beer. They use cardboard cups for a beer, so the temperature of your beer drops really quickly. Didn't mind that. Cost wise, it's a fair. It's gonna cost money. Everything costs money. But in the end, we had a really good time. We did have a lot of beers, so we walked around. It was kind of hot. The grandchildren had a great time. They loved it, and that was what was important. It was a beautiful day with the family, and we all had a good time. And we were all exhausted when we got home, and we all showered when we got home because it was hot. Laid our heads down, and we were out. So I give it a thumbs up for the experience. Would I ever go back to the Texas State Fair? No, because it's not the LA County Fair, which is bigger. They say Texas things are bigger. No, the LA County Fair is much bigger, and there's much more stuff to do. And the buildings in LA County at the fairgrounds are a lot nicer and newer than they are here. This is just a California perspective of the Texas State Fair. I did it. Will I do it again? No, thank you.
Okay, so for those of you that have been to the Texas State Fair already, can somebody explain to me what is off? I've been going to the Texas State Fair for 6 years. And this year, something, I can't put my finger on it, but my husband and I was talking about it when we were there the other day. And the weird thing also is that the people that were running their booths did not know their menus. Like, we were ordering stuff that was clearly listed on the menu. And they were like, they kept having to look back. And one lady was like, where you see that at? She just straight up asked where you see that at. And I'm like, that big ass, the first thing on your big ass menu. Like, last year we had so much fun. I've been going for about, I don't know if I said this already or not, but I've been going for about 6 years. We had so much fun. This year, I don't know, I got exhausted faster. And it's something about the state fair. I don't know, but can somebody help me out?
Hey, what's up, everybody? Have you heard about the Texas State Fair and how empty it was recently? For those of you who don't know, the Texas State Fair that's held in Dallas is a big deal every year. And there are those out there who believe that as that state fair goes, it really tells you about the state of the economy and where things are across the country, not just in Texas. So I wanted to share with you something that recently came out about the state fair. So here's what happened. A Dallas content creator named Jared Gines went to the State Fair of Texas this year, and he noticed something strange. The crowds practically gone. He said he could walk right up to Big Tex for photos. Big Tex is this giant statue of a man, I believe wearing a cowboy hat and boots, that's a staple at the state fair. And everybody loves to get photos in front of it. And he said he could walk right up to Big Tex for photos. No lines, no crowd, something he's never seen in decades of going to the Texas State Fair. He posted about it, and the internet lit up with thousands of comments from people saying the exact same thing. They just can't afford to go this year. We're talking $150 to $350 for a family of 4 once you add in tickets, food, rides, and parking. People are saying they're having to choose between paying rent and taking their kids to the fair. Now, the fair's PR team says, hey, inflation is real. Vendors set their own prices, and they say we're not immune to the economy. And they're right. Everything costs more: food, housing, even fun. But here's the deeper truth. When families can't afford a funnel cake, it's not just about the fair anymore. It's a mirror of the economy. Wages aren't keeping up, the job market's cooling off, layoffs are creeping in again, and even people with jobs feel broke because every dollar gets eaten up before every payday. So the fair is just one snapshot of a bigger picture. People are cutting back on the little joys because the basics cost too much. And when that happens, it's not a spending problem, it's a stability problem. Because when people have to skip community traditions just to keep the lights on, that tells you everything about where we are as a country right now. So if you're feeling this squeeze, you're not imagining it. This is just inflation. It's the reality of an economy where the average worker is hustling harder and getting less in return. The real question is, what happens when the middle class can't even afford to feel middle class anymore? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you're trying to navigate this shifting job market, I've included the link to my full interview training course in my bio if you need help landing that job. And follow me for more real-world insights on jobs, hiring, and the economy.
Guys, this is State Fair of Texas we're talking about. And normally, people come from all over. Families, influencers, foodies, everyone.
Yeah, the videos and pictures of people showing half empty rides and even food booths with no lines. I mean, it's wild because this fair is usually full of people, and this is one of the biggest events in the South, and seeing it so quiet, honestly, this feels strange.
No, the internet is going crazy. Some people are blaming the heat. Others are saying the price went up too much this year, and they're saying they were too expensive for them.
Others also speculated that the Latino communities are the ones who loved that event, and they were the ones who mostly attended that event. And since the recent deportations that have been going on, this has caused and made so many people not to attend because of the deportations that have been going on.
Honestly, I think it's a mix of things, higher prices, economy, maybe people are just trying new things, Plus, a lot of folks are saying this thing always repeat the same thing over and over again. And at the same time, this time the cost is a bit higher. So they're saying no need for it.
But it's so sad seeing people not attending this event because it's known of its culture, and when people don't go to that event, it's killing the Texas tradition, and that is where people are getting mad of the speculations that are going on. And because families go every year, they take pictures, eat ridiculous foods, and it's a part of the culture that shouldn't end just because there is a lot of things going on in the country. This is a tradition that should be kept. What should be done is that the organizers should maybe try something new and create a certain new events that will attract also new people, new tourists, and also change and try and regulate the pricing, because that is where people are getting mad about. And they should also, invite cool guests and also cool surprises that will lure people to attend the events. And because the fair is really a good event and should be kept alive and fun.
But I think at the same time, one reason why people didn't go, first of all, yes, I understand the price was a bit higher, but if you like something and that thing is really exciting and fun, I'm sure we can go in an extra mile to even to pay that extra amount, right? But I think when the event repeat the same thing, this year they're doing this thing, and then next year doing the same thing, this is something that people get tired of. And it's high time for people to bring up something new, something exciting, and something even attract more people. And this will be exciting, I guess.
So what do you all think? Are we going to see the Texas State Fair next year? Or is this going to be the end of this event? Also tell us if you attended this event and the results were different as opposed to what people are saying from the social media, because you might be there and you might have seen people attending that event. And when you went to view the videos online, people are all of a sudden saying the event was not many people attended, because some are saying that this is a speculation and a marketing strategy to make this event trend more. Or do you think it must have been caused from the so many commotions that have been going on in the country of government shutdowns and the mass shootings that have been affecting people to not go to this event? Tell us in the comments your feedback. Credit goes to all the respective owners of the clips and content used in our video. Your thoughts and perspective made today's work possible.
And if you found this video helpful and you really want to see more of this, kindly give us a thumbs up. And also, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe for us. We really appreciate.
And lastly, don't forget to tell us in the comments your thoughts on the Texas State Fair 2025. And also don't forget to hit that notification bell for future updates. See you in the next video.